Hello children, this video class is an initiative of Shiv Jyoti Educational Group. I am Shravya Vyas and I welcome you all to my social science class. So children, today we are going to do revision for your annual exam. So let me first discuss what are the portions that you have for your annual exam. You have 6 chapters for your annual exam. First you have chapter 4, the northern plains. 2. You have chapter 7, the coastal plains and islands. 3. You have chapter 10, soils of India. 4. Chapter 14, agriculture and industries. 5th, chapter 17 are culture and heritage. And finally 6 chapters, chapter 18, people who made a difference. So these are the 6 chapters that you will be having for your annual exam. So we will be revising these chapters one by one. So today we shall be doing the revision of chapter 4, the northern plains. And the points to remember in this chapter are physical features of the northern plains. Then you have the 3 basins, that is the Satluj basin, the Ganga basin, the Brahmaputra basin, and we shall also be discussing the life in the northern plains, that is in Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal and Assam. So these are the points to remember in this chapter, and let us start with the chapter. So children, let us now start with chapter 4, the northern plains. I want all of you to open your textbook page 24. 24, okay. So the first topic that we had was the physical features of the northern plains. So let us now discuss the physical features of the northern plains, okay. So northern plains, they run parallel to the Himalayas. These are the Himalayas, and northern plains, they run parallel to the Himalayas. It starts from Punjab in the west and extends up to Assam in the east, and rivers that originate in the Himalayas, they flow through the northern plains. That is, rivers that start from the Himalayas. Which are the rivers that start from the Himalayas? You have Ganga, Brahmaputra, Indus and Satluj. These are the rivers that start from the Himalayas and they flow through the northern plains. And because these rivers, they are fed by the melting snow in the Himalayas, these rivers have water throughout the year, and these rivers bring with them fine soil called alluvium or silt, and this alluvial soil makes the northern plains one of the most fertile regions of the world. Now let us come to the concept of river basin. What is a river basin? An area watered by a river and its tributaries is called a basin. So the northern plains can be divided into 3 basins. First, it is the Satluj basin in the west. 2. The Ganga basin in the middle, and 3. The Brahmaputra basin in the east. So the 3 basins of the northern plains are 1. The Satluj basin, 2. The Ganga basin, and 3. The Brahmaputra basin. Let us first discuss the Satluj basin. So Satluj river, it flows through Punjab, and after flowing through Punjab, it enters Pakistan and joins the Indus river, and after joining Indus river, it flows into the Arabian Sea. And Punjab and Haryana, they lie in the Satluj basin. The 2 states that lie in the Satluj basin are Punjab and Haryana. The Bakra Nangal Dam is situated on the Satluj river, and it provides electricity and water for irrigation. And you also have the Indira Gandhi Canal, which starts from the Satluj, and it provides water to many dry areas of Rajasthan. That is the Bakra Nangal Dam and the Indira Gandhi Canal, they are both in the Satluj river. Our next basin is the second basin in the northern plains is the Ganga basin, and it is the most important river in the northern plains. The Ganga is the most important river in the northern plains, and it is spread across the states Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and West Bengal. And where does the Ganga originate? The Ganga originates from the glacier Gangotri. So, this will be your first internal question. The first internal question is, from which glacier does the river Ganga originate? And the answer is in page 25. The Ganga originates from the glacier Gangotri. Okay. So, the first question is, from which glacier does the river Ganga originate? Answer is just in the second paragraph of the Ganga basin. It is the Ganga originates from the glacier Gangotri. Now, let us come to page number 26. Okay. So, after flowing through Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, the Ganga enters West Bengal. So, let me just show it to you. Okay. Ganga, after flowing through Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, it enters West Bengal, and in West Bengal it splits into many distributaries. The two main distributaries are Hooghly and Padma. Now, Hooghly, it enters Kolkata and finally drains into Bay of Bengal, and Padma, it enters Bangladesh, and in Bangladesh it joins with Jamuna, which is the main branch of river Brahmaputra, and then these two, that is the Ganga Brahmaputra delta, together forms the Sundarbans delta, and this Sundarbans delta is the largest delta in the world. And finally, after forming the delta, it drains into Bay of Bengal. Now, let us come to the Brahmaputra basin. The Brahmaputra basin is a narrow strip in the state of Assam, and it is the longest of the three great rivers of India. So, the Brahmaputra basin, it starts in Tibet, and in Tibet Brahmaputra is called Sangpo, and then from Tibet it enters into India through Arunachal Pradesh. From Arunachal Pradesh it flows into Assam and then into Bangladesh, and here, like I discussed before, it joins Padma and forms the Sundarbans delta before flowing into the Bay of Bengal. So, this is about the three basins. Now, let us proceed to life in the northern plains. The first state that you have is the state of Punjab. Punjab is very fertile because it is fed by the rivers Satluj, Ravi and Pearce rivers. Which is the capital of Punjab? Chandigarh is the capital of Punjab. Golden Temple is situated in Amritsar, which is a city in Punjab. Other important cities are Ludhiana and Jalandhar. The major industries in Punjab are textiles, sports goods, hosiery and motor parts. So, this is your second internal question. What is your second internal question? List three important industries of Punjab. So, I want you to underline textiles, sports goods and motor parts. This is in page number 26. In page 26, you will get the second internal question, and just below the heading Punjab, the answer is in the third paragraph. The important industries of Punjab are textiles, sports goods and motor parts. Let us now discuss the languages spoken in Punjab. Punjabi and Hindi are the main languages spoken here. The main festivals are Gurupurb, Baisakhi, Holi and Diwali, and Bhangra and Gidda are the popular folk dances of Punjab. Our next state is Haryana. Haryana is situated in the Satluj basin. Gurgaon in Haryana has the largest car manufacturing plant in the country, the Maruti factory. So, the Maruti factory is the largest car manufacturing plant in our country, and it is situated in Gurgaon, and Gurgaon is one of the main cities in Haryana. The people in Haryana speak in Hindi and Haryanvi, and Haryanvi is a dialect of Hindi. Next you have Delhi. Delhi is the capital of India. The President of India, the Prime Minister of India, and all the central government offices, they are located in New Delhi, and people from all over our country, they come and live in Delhi, and because of that all major festivals are celebrated here. The main languages spoken in Delhi are Hindi, English, Punjabi and Urdu, and some of the important monuments in Delhi are the Qutub Minar, the Red Fort, the Jama Masjid, India Gate, Jantar Mantar and the Lotus Temple. These are the monuments of historical importance in Delhi. Our next state is Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh is the most populated state in our country. The capital of Uttar Pradesh is Lucknow, and the land in Uttar Pradesh is also very fertile because it is situated in the Ganga basin. The major industries of Uttar Pradesh are leather, metal and textiles. The main languages spoken in Uttar Pradesh are Hindi and Urdu, and Diwali, Holi, Dasara, Eid and Christmas are the main festivals celebrated in Uttar Pradesh. And Sangam is located in Allahabad, and Sangam is a place of religious importance of the Hindus. Now let's come to our next state. Our next state is Bihar. Bihar is situated in the Ganga basin, and Bihar is also a thickly populated state like Uttar Pradesh. Capital of Bihar is Patna, and the soil of Bihar is extremely fertile, which makes it ideal for agriculture, and because of its fertile soil, the main industries here are based on agriculture. And Hindi, Urdu and Maithili are the main languages spoken in Bihar. The main festivals in Bihar are Eid, Diwali and Dasara, and Chhat is the most important festival of Bihar. Then you have Nalanda and Bodh Gaya are cities of historical importance in Bihar. Our next state is Jharkhand. Jharkhand is a new state formed in the year 2000. Earlier Jharkhand used to be a part of Bihar. So which is the capital of Jharkhand? Ranchi is the capital of Jharkhand, and because Jharkhand is very rich in mineral deposits like coal, iron, copper and aluminium, one of the largest steel plants is located in Bokaro in Jharkhand. Okay? So Bokaro is a city in Jharkhand, and one of India's largest steel plants is located here, and because Jharkhand is very rich in minerals, deposits, mining is an important occupation of the people living in Jharkhand. Our next state is West Bengal. Kolkata is the capital of West Bengal, and because West Bengal has a very long coastline, fishing is an important occupation there. The major industries here are jute, textile and silk, and the people here speak Bengali. Sweets of West Bengal such as Rasgulla and Sandesh, they are very popular, and Durga Puja is the most important festival of West Bengal. Now the last state in today's class is Assam. Dispur is the capital of Assam. Guwahati is one of the important cities in Assam. The main festival of Assam is Bihu, and Kaziranga Wildlife Sanctuary is situated in Assam, and it is home to the one-horned rhinoceros here. And this Assam has rich deposits of petroleum, and other important industries of Assam are tea production, refining of oil, sericulture and handicrafts. What is sericulture, children? Sericulture is rearing of silkworms for silk. Okay. So, this is all about this chapter. Let us now proceed to the book work and copy work of this chapter. So, let us now do the internal questions of this chapter. So, the first internal question is, from which glacier does the river Ganga originate? It will be found in page 25, and the answer is the Ganga originates from the glacier Gangotri. Your second internal question is, list 3 important industries of Punjab. It will be found in page 26, and the answer is 1 textiles, 2 sports goods and 3 motor parts. Let us now start with the book work. I want all of you to open your textbook, page 29. We shall start with the first exercise. Exercise A, fill in the blanks. Question 1. The silt that rivers bring with them to the plains is also called alluvium. Question 2. The Bhakra Nangal Dam is built on the river Satluj. Question 3. The northern plains can be divided into 3 river basins. Question 4. Dash and dash are folk dances of Punjab. Gidda and Bhangra are folk dances of Punjab. Question 5. Dash is a traditional festival of Bihar. Chhat is a traditional festival of Bihar. Question 6. The Kaziranga Wildlife Sanctuary is famous for the one-horned rhinoceros. Now come to page number 30 and we shall do exercise B. Write T for true and F for false statements. So, if it is true, you have to write T, and if it is false, you have to write F. Question 1. The soil that rivers bring with them make the northern plains very fertile. Since it is a true statement, you have to write T here. Question 2. Punjab has rich deposits of coal and iron ore. Since it is a false statement, you have to write F here. And what is the correct statement? Jharkhand has rich deposits of coal and iron ore. Question 3. The Hooghly and Padma are tributaries of the Ganga. Since it is a false statement, I want you to write F. And what is the true statement? The Hooghly and Padma are distributaries of the Ganga. Question 4. Durga Puja is an important festival of West Bengal. Since it is a true statement, write T here. Question 5. Brahmaputra is also called Sangpo in Tibet, and this is also a true statement. So, write T after this sentence. Now, come to multiple choice questions in page number 30. Question 1. Which of these states does not lie in the northern plains? A. Uttar Pradesh, B. Rajasthan, C. Bihar and D. Assam. And among these, Rajasthan does not form part of the northern plains. So, put a tick in B, Rajasthan. Question 2. Which of these is a distributary of the Ganga? Here we are talking about distributary. So, options are A. Alaknanda, B. Kosi, C. Gomti and D. Hooghly. And correct option is D. Hooghly. Hooghly is a distributary of the Ganga, while Alaknanda, Kosi and Gomti, they are tributaries of the Ganga. Question 3. Which of these towns in the northern plains lie on the banks of a river? A. Allahabad, B. Delhi, C. Kolkata, D. all of these. Since all these towns, they lie on the banks of the river, we shall put a tick in option D, all of these. Question 4. Which of these states has huge deposits of petroleum? Your options are A. Jharkhand, B. West Bengal, C. Uttar Pradesh and D. Assam, and the correct option is D. Assam, because Assam has huge deposits of petroleum. Let us now start with the copy work. The first definition is alluvium. What is alluvium? Fine soil brought by rivers from the hills. Now let us come to answer the following questions. Question 1. What do you mean by a river basin? Which river basins make up the northern plains? Answer. An area watered by a river and its tributaries is called a river basin. The Satluj basin, the Ganga basin and the Brahmaputra basin make up the northern plains. Question 2. Why do the important rivers of the northern plains have water even in summer? Answer. The important rivers of the northern plains have water even in summer because these rivers are mainly fed by the melting snow in the Himalayas. Question 3. What makes the northern plains so fertile? Answer. The fine and fertile soil called silt or alluvium makes the northern plains fertile. Question 4. Name the main states that lie in the three river basins in the northern plains. The main states that lie in the three river basins are Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, Jharkhand, Assam and New Delhi. Let us now come to question 5. Name two major cities each in the three river basins in the northern plains. Your answer. In Satluj basin, Amritsar and Gurgaon. In Ganga basin, Patna and Lucknow. And in Brahmaputra basin, Guwahati and Dispur. Now let us come to question 6. What are the main languages spoken in the following states? Okay. So, the first question was West Bengal. People here speak in Bengali. The second state is Assam. People in Assam speak in Assamese. And the third state was Uttar Pradesh, and people in Uttar Pradesh speak in Hindi and Urdu. Question 7. Name 4 major occupations of the people living in the northern plains. So, 4 major occupations are 1. Farming, 2. Fishing, 3. Tea plantation and 4. Handicrafts work. This concludes the revision part of chapter 4, the northern plains children. I hope you understood clearly. I want all of you to start preparing for your annual exam. All the best children and have a great day.